Welcome back, Troglodytes, to another episode of Trogly's Guitars. We're back to the iPad today. This is actually a time-traveling guitar. Well, not really, just a traveling guitar. This Les Paul Artist has been for sale by me before. I first got it, I think, about 8 or 9 months ago. And this is the story. So I initially got this one on eBay. I forget if the original owner died or he just traded them in to a pawn shop, but he had a black Les Paul Artist and a tobacco Les Paul Artist. Now he traded them both in, or the estate did. I forget that part of the story, but they both had very similar wear and tear. They all were well played with, quite a few nicks and dings, and they both had the same finish wear on the neck, so you could definitely tell it was, by the same guy. So I got my hands on 2 Les Paul Artists, and I just kind of, listed them for sale, as I usually do. And then from there, the tobacco one went first because it had a nice quilted top to a buddy of mine that we do quite a bit of business with each other. And then eventually he ended up selling that one back to me. And then, I forget, I think I sold it again to someone else. But this guy, this black one stayed with me for a while. And I took it to the last Ohio Guitar Show. And it was there I was just kind of, offering it as like a trade bait to, see if I could get something else for it. Because I usually like to keep my guitars for a month or two before, I consider trades, or just to get something different, because I don't like sitting on a single guitar for too long. That either means I'm asking too much for it, or the market just isn't quite as interested in this model as it once was, which is unfortunately true. The artist models are really cool. Some of the sounds on them are very bizarre and not as usable as others, but some sounds are really nice on this guitar. I know it has a very deep, jazzy sound to it, but usually what turns people off is the battery you have to have in it. So anyways, I ended up trading this guitar, even trade, for a very beat, I think it was a 1980, either 1980 or late 70s Les Paul Custom. It was not original, none of that, but I figured, hey, might as well have another Les Paul Custom in the shop. And that Les Paul Custom sold fine. And I thought, well, that's probably the last I'll see of this artist for a while. But then, little did I know that the person I traded this guitar to, he wasn't actually at the show. The custom was for sale by a dealer. They were buddies, so he just had it at his booth. So little did I know at that time, I was actually trading this guitar to one of the friends of the guy I deal with frequently, who had bought the other Les Paul Artist. So we thought that was kind of cool. And from there, I was just like, oh yeah, well, he's got the Les Paul Artist. I'll never see it again once again. Nope. The guy I deal with just recently did some sort of deal. I think he traded an amp for this guitar. And then the guy that I deal with, he likes 2550s. He's been wanting a 2550 for a while. So since I have 5 of them, I hooked him up with a pretty good deal, I would say, on one. So we will have this guitar and a really cool V2 coming soon. And so he got his natural 2550 that he's been wanting. And we got these guitars. So that's kind of the story of this guitar. I love it when these guys come back to me. It's very interesting, I would say, because you just get to know a part of the history of this guitar. It was once a faithful workhorse, and then I got it. It got traded around a bunch because you know how gear people are. They just want different stuff all the time. It's not necessarily that this is a bad guitar or anything. It's actually a pretty nice player. But, people like tobacco sunburst better than black usually. But In my original collection, it had called for a black Les Paul artist. That's what I wanted as my Black Beauty. Either that or a 3 pickup artisan. So that's kind of just an update on this one. I'm not doing like a full video tour. Hopefully you kind of caught some things. But a few things have changed since the last time it was with me. The brass, non-original brass toggle switch was swapped out for what looks like a historic spec orange one. The screw here was restored, so that's good. And you still have your strap locks. But I noticed, I believe the guitar came back to me with a few more nicks and dings, you know, as you can see here on the top. And I never noticed this one before, but I guess looking back at the photos, it looked like it was there. And the back of the guitar, I didn't really notice anything too new. It had a different battery, but I think it's because I forgot to put a battery in at the show. Speaking of the guitar show, I'm going to be there if you guys want to join me in Hilliard, Ohio. If you go Ohio Guitar Shows, just Google that. It's like in the next month or so. I'd love to see you guys stop out. I haven't bought my tables yet. I should probably do that, huh? But I'll probably get 2 or 3 tables. Trogly's Guitars is launching a restoration service as well as custom-built guitars. I've paired up with a very talented luthier down in Tennessee. He'll be up there. He can sell you a kit. Or, you know, if you have a guitar that you want refinished, repaired, need a new neck, need a custom neck, well, we're your guys. The case for this guitar, same one that it left me with. This latch is missing, but everything else is fine. Now in the listing, I think I'm a little hard on this case. I say it's time for replacing. It's not really that bad, but I have something against this generation of Gibson cases. I'm just always scared these handles are going to fall off. It almost looks like this handle was replaced. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure on that. But, I mean, it's a nice sturdy case, but I've just never been happy with the handles on these. And I think I'm just used to chainsaw cases in general being, you know, what I prefer. I mean, this is an error correct case, as you can see when I shake it. It doesn't move around, so it is a good case, but I would personally prefer a different one. So, I noticed that last 74SG, when I put story time in the title, a lot of people watched that one. So maybe you guys enjoy story time with Trogly. Alright, you can catch this guitar on Reverb, or you can message me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Troglys, Troglys. If you were hoping for an inside look series on a Les Paul artist, I am going to do it, but I like to do those videos when I have like a mint condition example, or one that's, you know, a little bit cleaner than this one. Nothing wrong with this one, but I consider it player's grade, so I kind of want, you know, to wait for a cleaner example to do that. All right, I will catch you troglodytes later. Bye.